Hi, it's Sandy Greason on location in Boulder, Colorado at the big Boulder Conference. And I'm here with Dilshan from Toronto, Addictive Mobility, and Michael from New York City and Czar Capital. Are you guys enjoying the conference?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been a great conference.
Well, I come more from the marketing side, the advertising side of the business, and we run into very similar problems. But our focus is really on measuring engagement, measuring conversion, how many people click through, that kind of thing. And I think talking to everyone here, I've seen a lot of synergy in the listening platforms being integrated with what we collect, which is really engagement information. So I think the two of them coming together and being one dashboard for the marketers, the advertisers, and the brands, I think is a very powerful platform.
Wow, and how will your company, Czar Capital, use this information? What do you guys do with it?
Well, we've been creating traditional media mix models, so using Nielsen, traditional media data, as well as point of sale register data from restaurants and retailers. Mm-hmm. So we've been integrating all of the social data to get better answers for what works for brick and mortar businesses in terms of being able to actually drive sales using social channels.
Very cool. So for the person sitting at home that was like me, a layman, and doesn't know, I know Twitter, I know Facebook, I know Tumblr, I know these platforms, and I guess I'm already consuming this data. How is this stuff going to affect me?
Well, from my point of view, what we do is we look at you as a consumer and what your interests are, what kind of brands you like, what kind of products you like. And then we make sure that the advertising experiences that you get are reflective of that choice that you're making and then the information that you're putting out there.
Thanks for your time. Have a great time in Boulder. Are you guys going to do the bike ride, or did you do the 6 a.m. hike this morning?
I did the hike.
You did?
It was great.
How was it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. This has been the healthiest conference ever.
This is the first time we've done it. It's an opportunity for us to bring our partners, our customers, prospects together and talk about our space, our ecosystem, the public social data ecosystem.
So tell me a little bit about that. I read that it's the very first conference ever talking about social data, and how does that affect everybody out there that's watching? Like, we know what it is, but...
Yeah, we obviously all engage with it as end users constantly, but there's an entire ecosystem around how to work with that content to provide better consumer experiences for us, to allow brands and companies to better themselves, to have an understanding around how the world is leveraging their products or their services or understanding them as brands. On the publisher side, Facebook came and represented their information platform and talked to us about how they view their data and how it can be used. Twitter here as well, similarly describing how they view the ecosystem. And then wide variety of enterprise, commercial customers and prospects that leverage all that content.
And is there anything you can tell me just from the panels that you've had so far? I know you have a whole other day here to go, the rest of this day. What's your biggest takeaway so far? What have you got really excited about? Or
for me, it's probably a little bit unique. I'm co-founder of GNIB, and so for me, it's been interesting to see a lot of the conversation crystallize over the past 4.5 years. There really is a vocabulary. While a lot of terminology is still heavily overloaded, the participants in the ecosystem are starting to recognize and understand their roles with a lot more clarity now, and that was our hunch with this conference, and I think with seeing everyone here and engaging with everyone, that's come true, and that's been great to see.
That's awesome.
Establishing yourself and being innovative in this social data ecosystem is what's interesting to everyone else in the group and to us and all the participants. So that clarification and visibility in terms of doing interesting things with social data is always a great ticket.
Hi, I'm here with Ken Little from Tumblr, and you came all the way from New York to attend the big Boulder Conference?
Yes.
Yes? So how did you hear about this? You got a secret invite?
We actually have a fire hose that we provide to GNIB.
Oh, you do?
So, yeah.
And so tell me what your impression is of the conference so far.
Oh, I think it's been a great conference so far. It's been pretty eye-opening for me, just to sort of see how people are using the data that we produce and that others produce, and to sort of see how the ecosystem has evolved. I think it's been fascinating to sort of see how various levels of value add have been established on top of the data feeds that are being produced. So getting to sort of hear about that has been great.
So what would you say to people out there that know Tumblr and they know social data kind of, what are some of like the takeaways for someone? How is this going to affect my life? How is this going to affect my business if I'm a small entrepreneur?
So I think, as a lot of people have spoken about today, it's pretty important to try to keep up with sort of what's going on in the social world regarding either brands that you're a part of or events that you care about. And there's no better way to do that than to consume these feeds and try to actually leverage some of the products that are built on top of them. Keeping up with sort of how the zeitgeist is changing is something that people try to do constantly through various tools. And this data is just another one of those that can give you quicker insight into what's actually going on.
All right, awesome. And most exciting idea or aha or little piece of information that's come your way?
Wow, there's too many. I love what's happening with geo information, and tying that back to.
I don't even know what that is.
Geographic data.
Okay.
People are really starting to mash up, geographic data to social data to really understand where people are talking as much as what they're talking about, and I think that's very crucial. I think on the internet we forget that we're still a location-based society, and that's not really going to change. It's easy to forget that geography still play an important role in events and how they play out, and seeing that being brought into the social data analysis is actually really interesting to me.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you
for your time, and have a great time in Boulder.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.